Good morning, family and friends. Please stand to recognize President Wrighton, the faculty, and special guests of the Graduate School of Education and Human Development. Please remain standing to honor the 2023 graduating class of the George Washington University's Graduate School of Education and Human Development. Graduates, faculty, and guests, please be seated. I now call Academic Dean Lionel Howard to the podium. Dean Howard.
Good morning. On behalf of the faculty of the Graduate School of Education and Human Development, I am honored to welcome our graduates, their families, and friends, and our distinguished guests to our school's celebration. Today is an important milestone for the best and brightest students drawn from communities around the country. Today's commencement ceremony marks the culmination of hard work, dedication, and perseverance, enriching and challenging dialogues and interactions and academic activities that have provided a foundation and enhanced your skills, knowledge to actualize your personal and professional goals. I offer my deepest respect and congratulations on your achievement today, and I look forward to learning the impact you will have in the years to come. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the Graduate School of Education and Human Development, Michael Foyer. Many of you know Dean Foyer as a thoughtful leader, an inspiring professor, and an avid baseball fan. But did you know that he hosts a podcast titled EdFix? He is also known for his stories and humor, providing a bit of levity when we need it most. Dean Foyer came to GSEHD in 2010 from the National Academy of Sciences, and he is the past president of the National Academy of Education. He supports GSEHD's continued efforts to advance the profession of education through meaningful research that informs policy and improves practice. Please welcome Dean Foyer.
Good morning to the wonderful class of 2023. Is anyone in the mood to graduate this weekend? Well, let's hear it. There's somebody down on 15th Street who didn't hear you. Dean Howard, thank you for a generous introduction. As anyone knows, Dean Howard, it is not surprising to hear his generosity. We thank him for superb service and dedication to the values and hopes of GSEHD, a great friend, a great colleague, and a deeply generous soul. Thank you, Dean Howard. A big, hearty welcome to the friends and families of our graduates who are deeply grateful for your love, for your support, for your everything. They've been through a challenging period in their lives and couldn't do it without the support of family and friends. In fact, I'm going to ask our graduates to stand for a moment and salute with cheers and applause and raucous everything all the people who came here today to cheer you on. Let's have it for the family and friends. I will have things to say other than thank yous, but let me get through one more quick round of thank yous to the amazing staff that makes everything we do in this school and in the university not only possible, but seemingly seamless. I want to say a special thank you to our team from the Office of Student Life, Laura and Mark and Sarah and Rebecca, and helping always to Ron from our Office of Communications and Linda, thank you so very, very much for all you have done. You are the best. An extra special hello to some colleagues and friends. First of all, thank you so very much to Professors Andrea Casey, Monica McGivern, and Patricia Tate, who are retiring from GSEHD after many years of amazing service. They are a testament to the word commitment. Andrea is retiring after only 30 years of service, Monica after 20, and Pat after 32, which adds up to a whopping 82 years of dedication to our students. Could I ask Andrea and Pat to stand for a moment? I think Monica couldn't be here. We also have with us today some of our world-class alumni who have been ready, willing, and now eager to welcome you to the club of GSEHD alumni. Ed Vest, thank you as always for welcoming our graduates year after year. I can set my clock to Ed Vest. He is always here on time at every one of our events. We love you, Ed. Thank you so very, very much. And indeed, some of our faculty have the dual sort of honor of not only serving on the faculty, but of actually being alumni. Sil Beck, Lisa Rice, Karen Ihrig, Maureen McGuire-Coolitz, Doran Gresham, Max Freund, Ellen Goldman, Kim Jameson, Joan Kester, Robert Froelich, Elizabeth Kutcher, Sandra Vanderbilt, Kelly Sherrill Linkus, Mary DeRate. Woohoo for all of you! One of our traditions at commencement at this celebration is for our graduates to honor and acknowledge the faculty. I'm going to ask my faculty colleagues to rise for a moment so that all of you can express your love and gratitude to them. Come on, guys, up we go. You've got that exactly right. It doesn't get better than this. I don't care what university you want to compare us to, this faculty can knock their socks off, and they do. Thank you, guys. Well, this is really one of my favorite days of the academic year. We work hard. It's a challenging period in all of our lives, but let me tell you, when I look out at you, you remind me of why I get up in the morning and come to work. You are what we are all about, and we thank you. Before I close, and I've got good news that's coming soon, I want to share two ideas that I hope you will take with you. The first, I borrow from one of our great contemporary essayists, Margaret Renkel, from her recent commencement address at the University of the South. She said, "When you're in a waiting room and an angry commentator on the corner television is telling you that the world is full of awful people who are trying to hurt you or take away what's rightfully yours, think about all the good people you know." The second message that I hope you take, I borrow from another one of my heroes, the evening news anchor on the NBC Nightly News, Lester Holt, whose standard closing I really can't improve upon, and I listen to it every night of the week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And speaking of good people who know all about taking care of one another, who devote their life to making the world a better place than they found it, It is a very big honor and a pleasure for me to introduce our next speaker, President Mark Wrighton of the George Washington University. President Wrighton apparently flunked retirement, which he experimented with for a few years after completing 23 years as Chancellor of Washington University in St. Louis. How lucky for us that our wise Board of Trustees persuaded President Wrighton and Risa to come east and be our leader during a time of global, national, regional, and yes, institutional transition. President Wrighton, we're honored and so very happy you are here with us. Thank you for all you've done for GW in your short time here and for gracing our GSEHD family with your presence this morning. Please welcome President Mark Wrighton.
Thanks very much, Dean Foyer. This school is special. Why? Because education is a key to a brighter future for the world. Our families and friends, leadership, faculty, staff, and of course, our Graduate School of Education and Human Development class of 2023. Let's celebrate these new graduates. Thank you. I'm delighted and honored to be a part of this ceremony. These are outstanding individuals who are going to go on and make a difference in the lives of others. At the George Washington University, with the support of your instructors and colleagues, your passion for your discipline was bolstered with the knowledge and skills you need to be effective global citizens who will meet the challenges of today's world. Your school's mission was to make you informed and skilled leaders across many education and development specialties through innovative teaching and learning. Your impressive numbers demonstrate the breadth of GW talent that will be embarking on exciting and meaningful careers. There are 44 doctoral graduates across counseling, curriculum and pedagogy, educational leadership, human and organizational development, and special education. There are 10 graduates with education specialist degree and 278 master's graduates earning degrees in teaching, education and human development. You represent what we need in our country and in the world. As you leave us, you are charting a path into a distinguished future that will make the world a better place. Stay focused, work hard, and continue to make the George Washington University and the Graduate School of Education and Human Development very proud. I know that you will. I look forward to you all joining us tomorrow morning on the National Mall for our commencement, and this is a special only at GW moment. Congratulations again. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you. Now back to Dean Foyer.
Thank you so much, President Wrighton. Before I introduce our guest speaker, a quick off-script, how do you do? I want to introduce Ambassador Khazar Ibrahim of the great state of Azerbaijan, who is with us this morning. Thank you, Ambassador. And now I have yet another fun part of my morning, which is to introduce our commencement celebration speaker, Dr. Miranda Ward. Miranda received her doctorate in curriculum and pedagogy from, you guessed it, GSEHD in 2017. She is currently assistant professor and director of equity in the Department of Clinical Research and Leadership in the GW School of Medicine and Health Sciences. In this role, she designs, evaluates, and teaches a health equity curriculum for undergraduate students that integrates her At Equity Matters podcast. Her teaching excellence was recognized with a 2021 Morton Bender Teaching Award. That's our highest teaching honor at GW. An expert in advancing anti-racism efforts within health sciences education and in designing curricula to enable students and faculty to promote health and racial equity in practice. Dr. Ward's research focuses on diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, and anti-racism educational interventions, as well as stakeholder-engaged, community-focused studies on HIV, Black women's health, and youth identity. Wow. I am so honored and pleased and happy to welcome Dr. Miranda Ward. Did I drop it?
No, you didn't. You got it. All right. Good morning. How we feeling? Yes. So thank you so much, Dean Foyer, for that introduction. I also want to thank Dean Foyer and the GSEHD administrators for the invitation to speak this morning. It's always great to come home and actually be here to celebrate this morning. I also want to bring greetings to GW faculty and staff, as well as my fellow colleagues, alumni, and other friends in this room. But who I really want to engage with are you, the class of 2023 graduates. So, yes. I love you too, girl, yes. So let's go ahead and open up with an all too familiar question. And that is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now, I can't say for sure how you responded when you first heard this question, but I'm willing to bet money on how you didn't respond. No one in this room, born before 2009, let's say, would say, I want to be a social media influencer, right? And no, it's not because it's not a fun or a lucrative career, but because it just didn't exist. We weren't using technology the way we are now, nor did anyone fathom that this was a possible role or purpose that they could fulfill. So this brings me to my next question. Can that be said about our field of education? Are there unknown pathways yet to be discovered and fulfilled? Absolutely. We're living in a fast-paced world full of innovation and globalization that will yield exciting and new terrain, not yet imagined, let alone traveled. One thing I'm sure we can agree to is long gone are the days where the only thing you could do with your education degree is teach in a K-12 classroom. In fact, I've applied my own education degree in so many ways, and I like to think I'm just getting started. So I thought I would first talk with you about how your GSEHD degree or certification can really open doors rather than funnel you into one particular carved out path. After all, there are absolutely no boxes that can hold back the possibilities for us GSEHD grads, right? Yes, let's try that again. There are no boxes that can hold back the possibilities for us GSEHD grads, right? Yes. Yes. So, as you likely heard and read, yes, I have an EDD in curriculum and instruction. So you might be wondering, well, why is it that I'm working in the School of Medicine and Health Sciences instead of good old GSEHD, right? And yes, I actually have a master's in public health. Shouldn't I be teaching in GW Milken's School of Public Health since I'm teaching public health courses? But that's the thing. Every school at GW and around the world needs curriculum. So we're actually going to kind of come back to that because that's literally why I was hired. This means that in my health equity classes, we're talking about social disadvantage, power and privilege, threats to justice. And this was doing this actually well before the nation's kind of reckoning on race and racism. I was literally just following my purpose and following my talents, which actually catapulted me into positions of training senior leaders here at GW in the medical enterprise on how to disrupt cultures of whiteness and to create an anti-racist workplace. And my faculty colleagues actually remain learners in my classroom because I lead university-wide trainings on diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, anti-racism, all the things. These really do include reflexive practices that need to be unlearned and relearned. But that's the thing. I didn't say, I want to be a disruptor when I grow up, someone like John Lewis making good trouble. Even though I had countless examples of this, I was just thinking, you know what, I guess that's relegated to the social activist. I just didn't see how that readily fit into my own career interest until now. Companies, institutions, universities across the country, they all really want to actualize their social mission and do that in tangible ways. They need an educator. They need a curriculum developer. They need an agitator to lead the way. And we in GSEHD are full of them. Some of you may be on your way to build or lead a school. Some of you are on your way to teach to varied needs and capacities in a space curated for learning, whether that's a workforce development program, a special needs classroom, or a museum. Some of you will develop new or better learning theories and models. Some of you will fill gaps in the literature on historically excluded groups and phenomena, as well as create and adapt counseling techniques. And of course, you can work in a Fortune 500 company, you can work in a government agency, a healthcare setting, you can start a nonprofit, you can work as a social entrepreneur, or lead your own consulting firm because of the universal need for technology, policy, assessment, organizational learning, strategic planning. And this is basically what your educational training can unlock for you. But I get why some of you may not necessarily get butterflies listening to the range of options your degree can offer. I was sitting in your very seat back in May 2017, full of anticipation for what's ahead. I saw my peers out doing job talks and going on rounds of interviews. Meanwhile, I was just trying to finish my dissertation edits. I had not looked for a single job, and the thought of doing two things at once was really just anxiety-producing. So believe it or not, I was living hour by hour, minute by minute at that point. But I learned a few key lessons that I wanted to share with you. But let's back up for some context first. One of my mentors, Dr. Howard, I'm sure he's a mentor to many, he actually invited me to participate on an alumni panel in one of his doctoral research methods courses. So in that course, I described my participatory action research and the joys of engaging DC youth in contributing to the scholarship on youth identity development and decolonized knowledge. Another GSEHD alumni panelist, Catherine Golden, who was an associate dean in GW's health sciences at the time, shared how she would love to come and have me talk to her doctoral students about my research too. So I gladly accepted the invitation for a tea date at Paul's. So when I got there, I saw her seated next to someone else who she introduced to me as Leslie Davidson. So I talked to them about my DC Youth nonprofit and my community engaged research that I was leading, as well as my background in public health and my blossoming interest in higher ed. Before I knew it, it was time for me to head off to my development and diversity course that I was teaching as an adjunct to second-year master's students. But we didn't even get a chance to talk about scheduling time to come to talk to her students. So she said, you know, it's not a problem. We'll just go ahead and meet again to further discuss. What I didn't know was that, you know, this conversation over baguettes and English tea was actually my interview. So the next time I met her, she slid a position description across the desk saying that Leslie, the chair of the Department of Clinical Research and Leadership, created a visiting assistant professor position for me to come in and design the health equity curriculum. What? So herein lies lesson one. It always pays to be yourself. Yes, yes. Both Catherine and Leslie saw me for who I was and how I showed up and accepted it. And there's no better position that you want to be in. I grew up being, told to stop being so loud and to code switch or change up how I speak or how I show up or how I dress so I can be palatable to people in positions of power. Since I went to a small, historically black liberal arts college for women, yes, the illustrious Spelman College, yes, yes, I learned to take up space and not mince words. So this practice was indeed threatened in an elite, historically white space I occupy here at GW. But you know what? Your girl refused to act small. And I found my people. I found them then, and I continue to find them now. You know what would have been helpful for me, for someone to actually share when I left GSEHD and headed into the world of work? Is if they told me to trust your training. That was my next big lesson. Up until that point, I was always supervised, managed, just waiting for the green light to advance. But now that I was assigned courses and even asked what courses I wanted to develop and teach, it was a new feeling to not need permission or approval to proceed. What do you mean I get to decide what's important to know? I just prepare a syllabus, choose what readings to cover, and no one has to make sure it's right? Oh, wait, you're right. I am the expert. I'm the one who gets to sign off. So you better believe we're citing Black women, we're citing Indigenous scholars, we're partnering with social justice organizations in my community engaged courses. Now for the final lesson, education is at the foundation of every field, it's at the foundation of every sector, it's at the foundation of every discipline. They need us. So let's show them how much. The leaders without leadership titles, the change agents, the disruptors, are the ones rising in every program, in every department, in every company, and in every institution. They're not rising just because every manager or supervisor values them or even equitably pays them, but because society is changing. And when social norms and attitudes change, what becomes acceptable begins to translate into coveted roles on grants, and coveted roles on research teams, in coveted speaking opportunities, and in positions that get created just for you. So the position that you're meant to thrive in may or may not exist just yet, but this fact should not deter you from standing in your values, being your authentic self, showing people how to treat you, and believing that your talents and your skills will indeed make an indelible imprint in the field of education, on the GSEHD legacy, and in the social world we're all creating for ourselves and generations to come. So with that, best wishes to you all as you enter this new chapter of your life, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Miranda Ward. It's always a pleasure to be in company with you and to hear your sage advice for our graduates. It is always a pleasure to provide an opportunity for one of our graduate students to speak at this milestone event. Through a competitive process, a panel of GSEHD community members selected this year's student speaker, who is eloquent, thoughtful, and insightful. It is my great honor to introduce Yasmin Richards. Yasmin is graduating today with a Master's of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, specializing in perinatal mood and anxiety disorders. She is passionate about ensuring access to quality mental health care for individuals and families experiencing the transition to parenthood, as well as advocating for safer birthing outcomes and paid parental leave. Yasmin places a strong focus on supporting first-generation Americans through the intricacies of parenting between cultures. It is with great pleasure that I invite Yasmin to the stage to address the class of 2023.
Thank you, Dean Howard, and thank you to the fellow graduates, faculty, colleagues, friends, and family for being here to celebrate this amazing occasion. My name is Yasmin Helmi Richards. I am a very proud graduate of the Clinical Mental Health Counseling Program here at GSEHD, and I am thrilled to address you today as your 2023 student speaker. I knew this would be a special moment, but now that I'm here, I can say it truly is amazing to witness this moment where so many of tomorrow's leaders in education and human development are gathered in one place. We are tomorrow's counselors, educators, special educators, administrators, advocates, curriculum developers, policymakers, sustainability leaders, and certainly more. Perhaps most importantly, we are family members, parents, friends, and partners. We come from across the United States and around the world. We bring diverse perspectives that encourage the testing of ideas, making many mistakes, but trying and trying again and again, and trying to figure things out ultimately for the common good. Though we are different in many ways, we share a passion for teaching and knowledge in its many forms. Right now, with school boards and governments, local, state, and federal, proposing radical exclusionary changes to the way that we learn, grow, and access care in this country, it has never felt more important for me in this moment to pause and recognize the good that can come from a group of people as determined, resilient, and committed to positive change-making as we are. Now that this part of our education is coming to a close, though, what do we do with it? That is the question, which somewhat annoyingly, of course, has no single answer. The diversity of this group alone means that we will take a million different paths as soon as we walk out the doors, much as GSEHD graduates have done for decades. But still, where to start? I suggest taking a few risks. Bend and break the rules a little bit. That's what we're here for. Rewrite them entirely, starting with the ones that apply to whatever limits you may have placed on yourself. If we have learned anything from history, after all, it's that progress is rarely made from going with the flow and just saying, okay. To do this work, you will have to be fully yourself, and that will not be easy. There will be people, there will be yourself, there will be institutions, entire systems that may try to stand in your way, sometimes successfully. But that's okay, because if you're in this room, cloaked in a cap and gown, you have evidence that you can do hard things. As a counselor, it is my job to encourage and challenge in order to facilitate insight and move in the direction of betterment. In keeping with that, I will leave you with a quote from the poet May Sarton that I hope encourages and challenges you as it does me. She said, "We have to dare to be ourselves, however frightening or strange that self may prove to be. May this ceremony be the first of many steps in that direction for all of us. Thank you so much, and congratulations."
Thank you so much, Yasmin. What a pleasure to get to know you a little bit more and to anticipate the wonderful things you're going to continue to do, which has meaning for so many people, especially these days. Well, this year, we have an Outstanding Alumni Achievement Award that I'm happy to announce is going to Kendall Isidore. excuse me, who earned her master's degree in education policy and administration and has an extraordinary dedication to education, music education, and the performing arts. Kendall currently serves as the Director of Enrollment Management at the Bishop McNamara High School in Forestville, Maryland, where she brings her prior experience as a science teacher, but also as a founding orchestra director, vice principal, and instructional coach. An accomplished musician, Kendall founded the world-renowned string trio called the String Queens, which offers workshops and masterclasses for school districts in partnership with Save the Music Education. We are thrilled to honor Kendall Isidore today, although unfortunately she could not be with us. But I know that we're going to cheer, hopefully loud enough for her to hear it all the way. I think she's in California performing at a weekend event. Please join me in congratulating and cheering Kendall Isidore, our Alumni Achievement Award winner for 2023. The moment has arrived. Please join me now to welcome Dean Sharon Dannels, who will start us on our march toward the diploma. Dean Dannels.
Please join me now as we recognize our graduates. Graduates, once your name is called out to receive your recognition of your accomplishments, please proceed along the riser to greet Dean Foyer and President Wrighton, and then continue back to your seat. It is with great pleasure to recognize our graduates. Earning the degree of Doctor of Education, doctoral candidates, please come forward to be recognized.
Dr. Mary Elizabeth Short. Their dissertation title is A Framework for Identifying Evidence of Global Thinking in Student Discourse About Socio-Scientific Issues, chaired by Tiffany Rose Julia Sikorsky. Dr. Frederica M. Nash. Their dissertation title is A Case Study of Teacher Beliefs and Discursive Claims Enacting Social Justice Pedagogy in 7th Grade Science, chaired by Jonathan Grooms. Dr. Sean Lynn Reardon. Their dissertation title is There's No Playbook for This: Employee Experiences and Emotions During Digital Transformation, chaired by Shaista E. Kilji. Dr. Danielle Elise Tope Davis. Their dissertation title is The Eye of the Storm: Middle Managers' Experiences as Change Agents and Change Recipients, chaired by Shaista E. Kilji. Dr. Farah Fuad Al-Hinai. Their dissertation title is Understanding the Engagement Experiences of Employees at Bank Muscat in the Sultanate of Oman during the COVID-19 pandemic, chaired by Maria Shea. Dr. Alicia Gabrielle Sinowitz. Their dissertation title is Commitment Profiles of Federal Government Employees Who Telework, a Qualitative Study, chaired by Andrea J. Casey. Dr. Joanna Standur. Their dissertation title is Leader Identity Development: Experiences of Women Leaders in Corporate Law Firms, chaired by Maria Shea. Dr. Melissa K. Scott. Their dissertation title is Addressing the Often Forgotten Stakeholder: The Impact of Employee Communication Satisfaction on Organizational Identification during organizational crisis, chaired by Shaista E. Kilgee. Dr. Rachel Amy Flores. Their dissertation title is Being Well, Being Me, the Effect of Perceived Group Inclusion and Social Identity on Eudaimonic Workplace Well-Being, chaired by Shaista E. Kilgee. Dr. Samuel Earl Odom, Jr. Their dissertation title is Adapt and Thrive, Management Perceptions and Behaviors that Affect Double-Loop Learning in a Federal Organization, chaired by Russell Court. Dr. Chris McCubbin. Their dissertation title is Social Class Background as Barrier or Building Block, How Professionals who Self-Identify as First-Generation Professionals from Low-Income Backgrounds tell stories about their career journeys and construct professional identities, chaired by Julia Storberg Walker. Dr. Woo-Young Kwan. Their dissertation title is Experiencing and Promoting Student Civility at Two Catholic Universities in the United States, a Case Study, chaired by Dr. Mi Kyung Min Sun Kim. Dr. Margaret M. Holland. Their dissertation title is Women Leading Higher Education, Disrupting Patriarchal Mediation in Higher Education Spaces, chaired by Sharon A. Dannels. Dr. Catherine Blaine Hurley. Their dissertation title is Perceptions of Self, Others, and Group Identity as Predictors of Life Satisfaction and Mental Health for Autistic and LGBTQ+ Adults, chaired by Richard Pierre Lanthier. Dr. Amanda Raquel Friday. Their dissertation title is Lost, Finding, Found, a qualitative study on the career journey and narratives of former Division I college football players, chaired by Bhagmi Das. Dr. Juliana L. Pearson. Their dissertation title is The Impact of the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities 2-year Occupational Grant Pilot Program on Post-Secondary Persistence and Completion, chaired by Yas A. Nakib. Dr. Ann Matthews Morris. Their dissertation title is Personalized Professional Learning Through Instructional Coaching, a Case Study of One School District, chaired by Yas A. Nakib. Dr. Tiffany R. Witherspoon. Their dissertation title is A Case Study Investigation of High School Teachers' Perceptions about the integration and sustainability of technology and school leadership support following a professional development program, chaired by Kelly Cheryl Linkus. Dr. Jessica Estelle Lundy. Their dissertation title is Teacher Perceptions of Decision-Making with Aggressive Students, a Multiple Case Study, chaired by Elizabeth K. Rice. Dr. Natasha Renee Saunders. Their dissertation title is Heard, Respected, and Valued, Leadership Dispositions and Practices During the Return to School Following Suspension, chaired by Kelly Cheryl Linkus. Dr. Janice Nicole Bland. Their dissertation title is Context is Everything, How School Leaders' Experiences Impact Social, Emotional, and Academic among African American secondary students living in impoverished communities, chaired by Ababeyahu A. Tekla Selassie. Dr. An T. Nguyen Bay. Their dissertation title is Examining Data-Driven Decision-Making, a study of how school principals use data, chaired by Linda K. Lemasters.
Please give a round of applause for our doctoral graduates. We will now recognize the graduates receiving their education specialist degrees. Would the EDS graduates please come forward to be recognized. Jean Carlos Suarez. Orion Michael Pelausa. Please give a round of applause for the Education Specialist graduates. We will now recognize those graduates who will be receiving their Master of Arts degree, starting with the Department of Counseling and Human Development. Would the graduates in the Department of Counseling and Human Development please come forward? Amisha N. Latham. Stephen L. Upchurch.
Corey Memot.
Amanda Grace Hoff. Priyanka Lachey Wright. Yunlan Zhu. Mia Kimboko. Margaret Hess Van Cleve, recipient of the Harry Grubb Detweiler Memorial Award. Cassandra Elizabeth Wilson. Alicia Lynn Shelby. Lindsay Sarah O'Keefe. Alex Findel Ostrander. Jenna Gordon. Emily Ann Abate. Samantha Ari Cooper. Ivy John. Borja Rabaza. Rosa Reyes. Allison Robin Moran. Matthew B. Murray. Jennifer Robinson. Sarah Catherine Bond. Maya B. Deshpande, recipient of the Chris Erickson Mental Health Services Advocacy Award. Megan E. Jackson.
Keisha Gray.
Faith E. Eckhoff. Leah Catherine McNeil. Angela Marie Benitez. Morgan M. Kenner. Kathleen E. O'Donnell. Sophie Elaine Jola. Batul Al-Shar. Jennifer Alexander Smith. Lean Zork. Tala Halleck.
Yasmin Hilmi Richards.
Please give a round of applause for the Department of Counseling and Human Development graduates. We will now recognize graduates from the Department of Curriculum and Pedagogy receiving their Master of Arts and Master of Education degrees. Graduates, please come forward. Kari Anderson. Megan Teresa Lysowski, recipient of the Elementary Education Program Award. Bridget Molly Burke. Rachel Jenna Sorkin. Sadov Sayar, recipient of the Sylvan Side Beck Elementary Education Prize. Joseph Albert DiConcilio. Carly O'Brien. Maeve Chen. Allison Elias de Jesus. Kaylee Rathman. Charlotte Roganetta Gage. Jiangshun Yuan. Shinyuan Yu. Jesandri A. Gonzalez. Jessica M. Lindquist. Danielle Elizabeth Harmeyer. Marjan Kosizadeh, recipient of the Donald C. Linkowski Award for Outstanding Scholarship in Rehabilitation Counseling. Caitlin Sierra McCrimmon. Please give a round of applause for the curriculum and pedagogy graduates. We will now recognize the graduates in the Department of Education Leadership, receiving their Master of Arts and Master of Arts in Teaching degrees. Graduates, please come forward. Jessica Lynn Black. Yoonji Lee. Julie Servetio. Mindy Galvin. Christelle Roach Jeffrey. Isabel Kate Forsyth. Chantel Stacey Ann Hannaford. Luther Johnson Britt IV. Tyler Isaiah Packer. Austin Marshall Redding. Stephanie Ferwita. Maya Burke. Titiksha Raj Kashyap. Brianna Jean Simmons. Karen Olivas. Rachel Margaret Anstead. Stacy Peralta Ortiz. Grace DeSales McMahon. Haley Skeens. Isabel Evelyn Hoagland. Cecilia Bonassi. Rebecca Kim Jung. Youngsu Zhang. Alexander M. Erickson, recipient of the Dorothy A. Moore Award in International Education. G.E. Choi. Jesse Thomas Nelson. Olufikayo Abiola Akintola, recipient of the Nakyun Shin International Education Award. Eris Hines. Kelly J. Richard. Kyra Victoria Ramos. Caroline Natalie Rakas Wojciechowski, recipient of the Nakyun Shin International Education Award. Yulia Yefremova. LaShonda Antoinette Robinson. Sierra Catherine Hoyne. Isabella McCallum, recipient of the Dorothy A. Moore Award in International Education. Min N. Yu. Haley Pottle. Samantha Elizabeth Mealy. Marie A. Falcone. Ashley Juliana Mitchell. Samantha Ann Kaplan. John H. Bobrowski. Elizabeth Rose Kapuscinski. Hao Young Lee. Marlisa Diane Bongiovanni. Laura Melissa Hernandez, recipient of the Doris and Sam Buchalter Museum Education Prize. Emma Starr Rosenstein. Madeline C. Sisson, recipient of the Marcella Brenner Museum Education Award. Hannah Benson. Kennedy Simpson. Angeli Diesman, recipient of the Rosetta A. and Sadie B. Feldman Museum Education Award. Yashika Chanel Copeland. Melissa A. Banks. Sarah Waldemar Tama. Sydney Browse. Jacqueline Ann Flott. Claire E. Mora. Ethan Lesage. Fidon Valieva. Afsana Alekbarle. Gunatai Kazimova. Aidan Mamadova. Gulnara Aslan Bailey. Farida Orojova. Ralph Mamedov. Orkan Alekbarle. Charles Jason Smith. Kelly Leonard. Sarah Elizabeth Quintal. Chin Chen. Atara A. Mohammed. Deja Baskerville. Jason Steckler. Illinois Coronot. Roe Menashe Eisenberg. Erica Ballard, recipient of the Henry Willett Scholarship Award. Tanae Chantel Hall.
Ez Shepard.
Please give a round of applause for the Department of Educational Leadership graduates. We will now recognize the graduates in the Department of Human and Organizational Learning receiving the Master of Arts degree. Graduates, please come forward. Nicole Elaine Duvall. Caitlin Elizabeth Minji. Simone Lorraine Lawson. Andrea Antoinette Anderson, MD. Eric James Dubuque. Connor Long. Jennifer Ray Davidson. Christine J. Hanna. Zoe Nicole Newcomb Donahoe, recipient of the Leonard Nadler Leadership Award. Dominica Chavez, recipient of the Leonard Nadler Leadership Award. Olivia Grace Benner. Rebecca Victoria Helberg. Agni Stone. Priya William. Michael Yerish. Mohanad Alsai. Molly Teresa Ryan. Stephanie Guachaman Coyago. Bridget Kate Six Killer McNulty. Almas Ayaz. Casey Alyssa Cheryl. Ariana Gill. Carly A. Perry. Maria Lynn Okanlawan. Camille Lindsay Green Bartholomew. Soan Chung. Jessica Wingfield. Logan Samuel Woodard. Jonathan Cow Nguyen. Megan Leon. Rehana Manji Darani. Luis A. Mitchell, Jr. Sumaya Gariani. Please give a round of applause for the Department of Human and Organizational Learning graduates. We will now recognize the graduates in the Department of Special Education and Disability Studies, receiving the Master of Arts degree. Graduates, please come forward. Helen Elhaj. Christina Priscilla Nelson. Janine K. Luca, recipient of the Perry Botwin Award in Special Education. Alexandra Mazio. Daniel John Vaughn Merrick. Kennedy Rashida Herbert. Christy Arena Harvey. Carolina O. Daughtry. Ariana Ware. Kenesha Latrice Davis. Lily Ann Hyman. Emily Chantel Jean Chereau. Michelle Alafisi. Manal Alazmi, recipient of the Bertice Cornish Award in Early Childhood Special Education. Marissa Welsh. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Spectacular. And it was such a pleasure to get to know each and every one of you after these many years. Okay, what a wonderful experience. I'm going to now have the pleasure of introducing Maxwell Gokalanyan, a 2016 GSEHD alum and a member of the GW Alumni Association Executive Committee, to formally welcome the class of 2023 into the GW alumni community. Maxwell.
Hi, everybody. Last speech, and then you're done. So just hold the party for 30 seconds. So, good morning and congratulations. My name is Maxwell Gokalawin, and I am a proud 2016 alumni of GSEHD. I am also a member of the GW Alumni Association Executive Committee, and I am very proud to say, it's a little secret, so share it with me, I am your new Alumni Association president. Cue the excitement. So, on behalf of the GW Alumni Association, I offer my sincere congratulations and welcome you to our esteemed community. Today, I am honored to welcome you to this unique community of scholars. Universities and colleges across the globe also have an alumni association. However, not many are as robust as GW's. With over 320,000 alumni throughout the world, our community continues to create positive change, strengthen connections, and produce lasting impacts for current and future students. No matter your field, you are now a lasting part of GW's legacy. Your individual story, experiences, and what you do next will strengthen our community even further. As educators and practitioners, each of you have found a passion for helping those around you. Now, as new graduates, you have a unique opportunity to use your calling to create a brighter world for those around you. Not only does this include those in your closest circles, but also those you only briefly interact with. The positive power of engagement we can bestow upon others we meet knows no bounds. Today, I ask that each of you take your newly minted degrees and use them to continue creating meaningful, impactful moments. The world can be a big, unknowing place, but you now hold the keys to continue using your kindness to create light in darkness. During my time at GW, I found the courage to live more fully and authentically and find ways to better the communities I found myself within. I worked to create new resources on campus and to challenge the status quo so that all individuals could find their success. After graduating, I was fortunate to be able to continue my impact by working alongside other members of the GW community. As new alumni, I hope that you too continue to hold your experiences in the highest regard and never lose sight of your impact. You have done the work, and now is the time to make your mark on the world. While you are out changing the world, please don't forget us. I encourage you to stay engaged with GW, share your story, meet other alumni, mentor current or prospective students, or simply read our newsletter. It's kind of important. The strength of our community grows when we are able to share knowledge, insight, and expertise with our current and future students. Once again, congratulations, class of 2023, and welcome to the Alumni Association.
Okay, that was really, really good. It was a great dress rehearsal. We're going to take it from the top now. Now, of course, I could do this with you all day, but we're not going to do that. We're near the close of our ceremony for this morning. Let me say a special thank you to our wonderful musicians, the Cherry Blossom String Quartet, which, by the way, was established by 4 Presidential Performing Arts Scholarship students from the George Washington University. Bravo. This is the end of our ceremony for this morning. We want to ask everyone to please remain seated until the faculty and the graduates have recessed. That means gone back through the center aisle. And we do look forward to seeing you on the National Mall tomorrow. If you thought this was fun, you're in for a real thrill tomorrow with something like 25,000 people right there at the mall. It's a great experience, and it's an only GW experience. Thank you again to our superb staff. Let's hear it again for them. To the graduates, to the families and friends, parents, children, grandparents, grandchildren, we all did this together. Have a lovely afternoon and weekend, and remember, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you.